Hey, what's up guys, Andy here, and today we're going to be talking about Black Clover, an anime I originally quit watching because I didn't have time. I stopped on episode 19 and caught up the past 2 days and watched the new episode today. I was going to review it, but decided I would just make this video instead, and the announcement is that starting next week, I will be reviewing Black Clover. I don't know how it's going to go because a lot of the characters have really hard names, and you know how I am with, Japanese names. I'm not very good or versed with it, but we're going to give it a shot. I really do enjoy this series, but in this video I kind of want to just talk about the characters a little bit, and I also want to discuss some of the criticisms, things I like, and overall just the show in general. So without further delay, let's go ahead and jump into this review slash discussion.
Back from the dead.
So to start this off, I just wanted to talk about some light things. We're going to discuss the Black Bulls and Yuno separately, kind of. But I just want to talk about the Black Bulls to start things off, to kind of give like a little groundwork of where I'm at with the characters. As for most of them, I really like all of them. I mean, the only one I really don't necessarily care for is Gray, and that's just because, not that relevant, to be honest, but she is funny, so I guess that gives her that. But let's discuss these characters really quick, and I do want to go ahead and throw this out there. There are some spoilers, I guess pictures, me talking. There will be some spoilers in this video, so if you're not caught up with the anime, you can watch it, but there will be some. I probably won't do any major ones, but I make no guarantees. As for the manga, I haven't read any of it, so feel free to stay if you're caught up with the anime, but not the manga. Other than that, let's go ahead and get started here. Let's talk about my favorite Black Bull. Yeah, this may be a shock to everyone, but Finroll is my favorite Black Bull character. Not because, he's a really funny character, and even though he doesn't like to fight and runs away a lot, I love his character design. I love his personality. He sticks true to it for the most part. And I love his little thing he has going on with his brother. This whole feud between those two, I feel like it's going to be really fun to see unfold, because he pretty much told his brother, like, look, the Black Bulls are coming for the Golden Dawn. I've got you in my sights, and you may be way more talented with this spatial magic than me, but, I'm coming for you. And I really found that cool. Not only that, spatial magic in general is really cool. He kind of gets pushed around a lot, even though he's a superior to most of the other crew. But I love Finroll, and I'm really happy that, his character stays true to who he is. He's a ladies' man, and he's a coward, and I love it. Every second of it. The next character I want to discuss is the little glutton here, Charmy. One thing I don't understand, I don't know if it was ever explained or I just missed it, but is that her true form, or is that just like a part of her magic, or just the way she's drawn? Because you always see her as the little girl, but then she can kind of like grow up a little bit. I didn't understand that. They might have explained it, I just don't remember it. It was a lot of information to take in 2 days, especially really late at night. Other than that, though, I really love Charmy's character. She's... I want to say she's my second, but that's tied with another character we're going to talk about in a minute. But I love her character nonetheless, and she's really cool. So let's move on to the next one. So next up, we got the witch girl Vanessa here, and I like her character, but it wasn't up until the arc that just happened to where I actually cared about her character. Now, don't get me wrong, she's not a bad character, it's just this was kind of like her shining moment. She went back to her homeland in order to save Asta. In the end, though, it kind of was pointless, but if she wouldn't have been there, then, they wouldn't have had the whole squad there. Well, not the whole squad, but the squad with her, Finroll, and, all that good junk. But it was the thought that counted, to be honest. That's what really brought me around to her character, and the drinking contest she has with Shit, I can't think of her name. Charlotte. Charlotte's her name, yeah. The Blue Rose Knight Captain, whatever her name is. I'm pretty sure it's Charlotte. But that was pretty funny because she was already drunk as all hell. And they both took one drink and they were like, nope, done. And I thought that was funny. But overall, Vanessa's just kind of another character there. Alright, so throwback to Charmy here. This is the character I was talking about who might very well be my number 2. At first I hated him. I thought he was a pedophile, creep, weirdo. But yeah, no, I really like his character, and he had a full little revelation with Asta that was really cool. Not counting that, you know, he's got like this character design that it kind of like shows him, like you can tell he had like a rough past, but like he was actually a thug, you know, a Cretan, and his story to get to the Magic Knights was actually really cool. Other than that, though, I mean, his love for Marie is just one of those things that kind of like block his character to an extent of ever going farther. Well, that's what I thought anyway, but now he's got it, you know. He went farther and he went past his limits, so to say. Other than that, not really too much to talk about with my boy here, but I do love his magic. His magic is what really sold me on his character. It's really cool. He can create the clones. He can, you know, do the reflection. That's a word now. He can do the whole refraction thing. It's really cool to see, and I do like his character, but I really like his magic a lot. Alright, so Magna, really cool character, I'm not gonna lie. I love his character design. His magic is pretty basic, but I like his baseball quirky thing. Other than that, he's the residential bad boy. He's pretty cool, but his little partner here, Luck, I really like him probably just as much. He's got electricity magic, which is always cool, and these guys are just, you know, they're there, they're not really doing too much, but they have a bond that, you know, you can't break, and they're really cool characters overall. But I didn't want to talk too much about them. This video is already running way longer than I thought it would. So yeah, if you like Luck and Magna, more power to you. I love them as well, but there's more characters I gotta talk about and a lot more stuff, so we gotta move on. We got a character here, Noelle, that probably had the biggest transition of the entire anime. You know, she's the noble, she's the rich girl. Her family hates her. She thought she wasn't even gonna make it into a Magic Knight squad, and here she is in the worst Magic Knight squad. Well, not anymore, but that's a spoiler I don't want to talk about. She's a really cool character. I feel like when I first met her, I had vibes of Sakura. I'm not gonna lie, I thought this was gonna be bad news. But she's really grown into her own character, and even though she does sit on the sidelines a lot, here recently she's been having a lot of strong showings with her new magic she learned. Other than that, though, there's not too much to talk about with Noelle, other than the fact that I don't like her being in love with Asta. I think it kind of ruins it for me. Just because, you know, Asta's sister Lily, that's confirmed no matter what happens. So, Noelle, you need to back up a little bit. Plus, he's a filthy commoner. You don't want nothing to do with that. Next, we got Gray, who I kind of just set in the background for the most part until, you know, she came out of her shell here recently. Really cool character in the fact that she's always embarrassed. Other than that, she doesn't really get a lot of screen time. She has an exceptional magic power that, you know, her magic would be so useful, but she doesn't really use it to an advantage as of right now. She just kind of turns into her friends and walks around. They did use it really cool with Ghost once, but other than that, it wasn't really, you know, too much there. Plus, I'm pretty sure that was Ghost's idea, not hers. So I want to see where she goes in the future, but as of right now, she's on the lower end of the spectrum. Next up, we have Gordon. I really like Gordon's character, but he really doesn't get featured all that often, so it's kind of hard to like him. But yeah, he's pretty cool, and his relationship with Asta not even gonna play with y'all. That was a lot harder than I thought it was gonna be because the background noise. I really need to get my microphone fixed. It's starting to get insane. But yeah, let's talk about Yami for a minute. Alright, so Yami here is the captain of the Black Bulls, and I was not a fan of him really. I mean, you know, he's the Mystique character. He's the cool guy. But after I see what his magic can do, I am fully on board. He is a bad mother effer. Yeah, see, I'm starting to censor stuff. Yeah, anyway, this dude is the shit. He literally cares about nothing. He just goes with the day. If it doesn't benefit him or, you know, make him want to do it, he don't care. He's the worst captain, apparently, according to all the other captains, just because of his carefree attitude, but it makes him a great anime character. Another thing that I kind of disliked about Yami, though, is that they threw his backstory in out of the blue. It was in the fight against Licht where we pretty much find out well, not all of his backstory, because there's still a lot of bits and pieces we don't know. But we got to find out how he even got to the Clover Kingdom in that fight, which I guess is alright, but I felt like Yami deserves his own, like, full-on episode of just, like, his life up until this point, which we'll probably get, but it'll be recap. So, yeah, I mean, I guess I'm a fan of that. That's alright, but overall, Yami is just a very cool character. His magic is amazing. Like, his magic is probably the coolest magic in the series so far, besides maybe the Wizard King's like time capsule thing. That's pretty cool too, but other than that, I think he's got it. But let's move on to Asta and Yuna. And so we get to Asta, the knucklehead who literally has no brains or magic, even though he is probably the strongest member, not counting the captain, of the Black Bulls, just due to his sheer determination and willpower. Now, for Asta, as a main character, he's alright. He's not bad. I don't think he's a necessarily great main character, but he's not bad. I really do like him in some moments. In other moments, I think, maybe not so much. Other than that, though, you already know who Asta is. You know who he is, what he's done, how he's done it. But let's talk about Yuno, because I actually have a few quirks. I have a few quarrels with Yuno. If I can learn how to speak English tonight, that'd be great. So for Yuno, I love his magic. I love the way he uses it. I love now he's got a spirit. I love that he's still just slightly ahead of Asta. I love that he is gunning for the captain of the Golden Dawn. He told Finral's brother, I can't remember his name, I'm sorry. He told him, like, yeah, I'm going to be the captain of this crew. That's my first stop. And he was like, but I'm the vice captain. And he just kind of looked at him and smiled. So he's got a lot of people on his back who really want to get him. We've seen that in the episode that came out this morning. There are people watching him in the shadows who may not want him to continue on. And not only that, Yuno's character, I feel like, has been consistent and inconsistent all at the same time. You can chalk it up to him actually caring for for Asta, which we all know he does, or you can chalk it up to bad character portrayal. But I'm not exactly sure which one. I think it's just he loves Asta, he just don't want to admit it. But, that'll come to see when he actually, talks with Asta about everything and all that good stuff. But, yeah, this is the last character I wanted to physically discuss. Everything else is just kind of going to be a broad overview of everything. So, yeah, I hope you did enjoy that portion. I know it probably sounded terrible because my mic is still broke and my throat is still broke too. So, let's move on. So where the series stands right now at this exact moment from the latest episode that came out today, I think this anime is like a 7-ish out of 10, which That's my opinion. Everybody has their own opinion on what a good anime should be. And I just feel like this anime is, checking all the boxes here and there. So I just wanted to get that out of the way. Let's talk about one more thing and then let's get into the criticisms. So for this last thing I want to discuss, we need Noelle and Asta to move aside, Sister Lily to jump out of the church, and every other relationship in the series to go bye-bye, because the best relationship is clearly Yami and Charlotte. Okay, at first I thought this was, I'm not about this is kind of weird, but now I'm in love with it. We got the little backstory of why she loves Yami so much, even though she's got the complex with all men. And Yami just doesn't give a damn about anything. So yeah, really love that, and the fact that they are pushing this kind of like teaser relationship. If it don't happen by the end of the series, I'm gonna hate this show no matter what they do. Yeah, probably not, but maybe. So moving on to some of the criticisms here, at least the ones I've seen over the past few days. Naruto, this show is just Naruto mixed with fairy tale. How many animes uses magics? How many anime uses magic? A lot. How many anime have the main character being at a disadvantage than all the other characters? A lot. How many animes have the kid wanting to become what no one else thinks he can become? A lot. I personally like this show's character development better than Naruto. Weird fact, but yeah. I'm probably going to get a little bit of hate for that. Although I don't think this show has quite stood up to the test of time like Naruto has. So far, anyway, because it could do it. I like it better than Naruto. Probably not Shippuden, but I like it better than the original Naruto. So far, anyway. Like I said, this is just 70 episodes. But, as for that, I'm just like, whatever. People are just going to hate on something that they can't get into no matter what it is. As for the second criticism, it is actually kind of valid. The fighting is the same, and it's a lot of recap. So, the recap thing, I 100% understand. They do that a lot to fill up where the manga is being made. And, it's a sad sight, but what can you do? It happens. As for the filler, as for the fighting, yeah, it's kind of lackluster, but then again, you never know what's going to happen, and we literally seen Asta get his ass kicked 100 times. We know that's going to happen. But we just don't know how he's going to end up winning, or in some cases he can't end up winning and Yami has to step in, and in those cases Yami can't win and then the other knights have to step in and help. So I don't see the criticism behind that really too much. But other than that, guys, I just wanted to talk about this show, and this video is far longer than I ever thought it was going to be. So if you liked it, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I guess I'll catch you all next time, which tomorrow is the Rising of the Shield Hero review. I'm excited. And then the day after that, I don't remember what's on Thursday. Oh, Promised Neverland. But anyway, next Tuesday, I'll be reviewing Black Clover. So stay tuned for that. And anyway, I guess I'll catch y'all next time. Peace out.
Driving towards the sun with a rose and a gun, feel the wind in my head.